While we were away today, my neighbor had someone cut down 15 banana trees on my property, then pour salt all over to kill the roots and prevent regrowth. In Brevard County, Florida, the trees and on the corner of the property of her yard, our yard and property the WA owns. It's 2 yards on a lake with a few feet of property on the lake the WA owns, so everyone can enjoy the full lake. A month back she had the trees on her property cleared out. All good, it's her yard. We went out and confirmed the property line with her and the guy cutting the trees and said don't touch anything on our property. Fast forward to today and he's back and has cut 15 of our 20 banana trees down and poured salt all over the roots and new sprouts which will kill the root system before we could stop them. She says she didn't believe it was our property. We presented a land survey we recently got done and measured from the edge of the house as is shown on our copy. 100% our property, our trees. Where do I begin other than taking photos of what happened and notifying the WA person we talked to has COVID ATM and will relay our situation to the president tomorrow as it's Sunday and she is sick ATM. Edit. Thank you all for your help. Police report filed by us and the WA for damage and trespassing to our property. We talk with our attorney tomorrow who handles this kinda thing and have messaged a arborist for a appointment. File a police report for trespassing and vandalism. I'd let her know that she needs to buy you some new banana trees or you are going to sue her. We are going to have to sue her. We straight up said you need to replace those trees and she said no and laughed. I'd like to have the WA involved before I make a police report because it will involve them as a few trees on their property we killed as well. There is absolutely no reason to involve the WA in a police report. The police will handle once the report is made, but you need to make a report immediately. Then you contact the CGL insurance company that covers the WA and put them on notice, or just contact their agent to get a claim filed, and put the neighbor's homeowner's personal umbrella carrier on notice. You will probably need your lawyer to do this. Both insurance carriers must be notified. Do not attempt to get the WA to handle for you or to be in your side. You need to fight in your own corner here because a few different parties may have some liability. That is the wrong move. Make a timely police report. The longer you wait, the less likely they are to take a report. I don't really know what the WA has to do with this. Have a landscape person come out and give you a quote to replant a similar amount of trees. Then take that quote and send her a demand letter. Maybe the police report and the written demand will get her to do the right thing. That landscaping estimate should include any measures to mitigate the salt that was put down too. Yeah, we definitely discussed that, and it's on a lake that isn't saltwater and full of fish and turtles. My girl was more concerned about the wildlife than the trees, to be honest. NAL, but I work in environmental government. About the wildlife, lake concerns. Call the St. Johns River Water Management District, and ask to speak to an environmental scientist. They may direct you to FDEP, Florida Department of Environmental Protection, but start at the Water Management District. The enviro scientists there are involved with lake, pond protection and vegetation management and could give you some direction or help on that. Not just a landscaper, call an arborist too. They specialize in trees and can give a better estimate on the cost of the replacement trees. You need a police report and the lawyer possibly in reverse order. She's about to have a very bad time so long as you have evidence, pictures, Google Map archives, etc. We have pictures from every angle showing a fence or corners of house as a reference point, videos, and a recent land survey and fence estimate that clearly shows our property lines. I agree, lawyer before police report, because that's what I always want before talking to police. Also, our area was more police than problems, so getting them to show up isn't really a issue. Let the WA file their own police report as well then? Okay, thanks. Our thinking was my girl and the WA president planted those together years ago and they did it to stop erosion of the lakeside. That spot had held up better than the seawall or other stuff they have tried. We knew they have our backs 100%, but didn't think of them being named on a lawsuit and that could change their attitude. If they are involved in a lawsuit, it's more likely you and the WA will both sue your neighbor together. They can choose whether or not they want to be involved in such a lawsuit. Talk to a lawyer about suing the neighbor. The lawyer should hire an arborist to appraise the trees. Trees aren't cheap. This could be a very expensive mistake by the neighbor.